Hi everybody, how you doing? I believe today's the 12th of February. Beautiful sunny day outside, but cold, a little overcast. It's supposed to rain again this weekend. Thank you for your questions. Let's do our breathing real quick. I want you to put your feet flat on the ground. I want you to take a deep breath and breathe it out. Deep breath and breathe it out. Deep breath and breathe it out. Now I'm going to answer as many of your questions as I can do. I feel pretty good today. The first question here is about Aileen Cannon. She's been hit with a lawsuit for covering up Trump's crimes. An appellate court is being asked to overturn her ruling and have Volume 2 of Jack Smith's report released. Will we finally see it? Yes, you will finally see it. Let's see if it's due to this particular lawsuit. Aileen Cannon. And you know, these courts, they know that he's a loose cannon. And so they all feel uncomfortable. I sense that. I sense they feel uncomfortable. So will we see Aileen Cannon's lawsuit? I mean, Jack Smith stuff that he gave her, that she's trying to hold on to for her buddy. Oh, by the way, the judges picked a judge to take place of that woman that Trump tried to put in there. Remember? I can't remember which one it was. And the judges said, no, you can't put her in there. You didn't have Congress okay him and everything. They put that judge in, I think 5 hours later, he was fired. And somebody wrote, you can't. It's not up to judges to pick someone. It's up to POTUS. No, it's not. Actually, it's up to Congress. Okay, Aileen Cannon. Will this be released? I think I did a reading before on this. They're looking at this, trying to figure out a way to make this happen, but they're stuck. Because I felt like, I hate to say this, I feel like they, even though a lot of them are pretty brave, I feel like I'm a Pam Bondi. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a Pam Bondi. Okay. Okay, so let's see. What is that guy? My hair, I feel like a Puerto Rican. I feel like a Pam Bondi, because she always did this. She got that thinning hair, but like me. But listen, she's young. I'm old. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, it'll be reversed. She won't be able to hold on to it. Look at this. We will see the outcome. It could be 8 days, 8 weeks, or 8 months, but we'll definitely see it. A lot of information on that. So this is saying yes, okay? Will American people ever be made aware of Elon's election tap? Yes, absolutely, all that's going to come out. This is when he's escaping, when he's trying to head out of Dodge. There'll be true confessions. Oops, did I lay that on something that's sticky? Can't take me anywhere. Okay. You know what's really weird, you guys? You're going to see a lot of people all of a sudden get real brave when he's going down, but nobody stood up to him while he was sitting there. Those 6 people that decided, no, you can't do tariffs on Canada. And he was writing about them on Truth Social that he was going to make sure they don't get voted back in. Too late, dude. You're a day late and a dollar short. Okay. Okay. See, the thing is, you're asking me when will Steve Miller be tossed out. I can't tell you when, but I can tell you I see him going up for trial. I see his little munchkin ass going up for trial. They want Trump to give them pardons. But what happens is Trump has to exit sooner than later. So they're not going to be able to accomplish that. And he's telling everybody, I'm going to give you a pardon. But something's going to happen. Either physically he's sick or he heads out of Dodge. That's why they're going to be able to stand in line for all these trials that are coming up. Okay. Somebody wrote and told me that Trump didn't meet with Netanyahu. Marco Rubio. Whereas Trump, I feel him around. You know what he's really upset about. And what did I tell you? He's not going to be able to build his ballroom. They've already told him no. They're already looking at making him rebuild the East Wing. All that money he took, and he's not giving any of it back. I'm going to tell you, this is a lot of stuff that's coming up. That's why I see him heading out of Dodge. Pam Bondi Robin said, seems excessively aggressive. She was that way with the last time, too. What the heck's going on there? There we go. She was that way the last time, too, with her little hit list. She made a fool out of herself. And the stock market is 50,000. And it's so funny because there's a bunch of memes coming up. There's one of Pam Bondi being pulled over by the cops. Do you realize, ma'am, you've been speeding? She said, and the stock market is 50,000. Let me tell you what it is right now. It fell today again. Almost 700 points. It's 49,451. The NASDAQ fell. S&P fell. And Tesla. Okay. So let's keep going. Enough about me. What do you think of me? There we go. My channel was sort of deadbeat for a while there, and now it's picking up. It's beautiful to see. Thank you guys if you guys are new subscribers, thanks for coming on down. Today I'm doing GHIJKL, first letter of your YouTube name for members only, at 3 p.m. Pacific. Geez, I don't know. Denny Buck said, what's the meaning of beef jerky in the Epstein files? You know that's something low rent, but I have no idea. Somebody just said to me, I just read this. Crazy Shark. Do you see the dollar regaining its strength? Yes, but it's going to take a couple of years. Will William take the throne this year? I'm not saying this year, maybe next year. Will Jack Kennedy win a House seat? Who was it? Nancy Pelosi endorsed him? Will Jack Kennedy take a House seat? Will Jack Kennedy or Jack Schlossberg take a House seat? Jack Kennedy. Well, could he win a House seat? Yes or no? See, Nancy Pelosi doesn't have that. She may get people to give him money, but I don't see she has that abilities like she used to. If she wanted you, then you were in. Just like what's his name? George, the actor, George, I can't think of it. Remember, he used to be right in the middle of everything. Of course, he stepped away because everybody was furious at him saying that Biden was too old. I tell you who's too... You see who's playing in the surf and running around? It's Biden, even though he has a terminal disease. Okay, Jack Schlossberg. Win the House seat. There's a youthfulness to him, like he's still kind of a baby. Does that make sense to you? Do you guys get what I'm saying? I feel he's very intelligent, but there's I wouldn't be surprised if he was sort of a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Jack. I need to find out what's going on with the Kennedy Center, too. Somebody was saying, thank you, Caroline, but I don't know what she did. Well, hello. It started off by looking like it was, this might not even be this time around, but he's definitely going to gain a seat and be somebody in this administration. Very nice. Maybe he'll be put, like his mother, into an ambassadorship. When will the end of the war in Ukraine? I can't tell you when. I can't tell you when. You know, time frame wise, and it's real risky for psychics or anybody to say, on this date, this is going to happen. Because it's too, things move, you know. Sometimes I felt like it was soon and it took a year to happen, you know. So I can't tell you what, but I can tell you this. Ukraine is going to win. What is going to happen to Liam, the 5-year-old? Is he going to be deported? The government wants to end his asylum case. Is that the one where Bad Bunny gave him one of his his Grammys? I see Bad Bunny putting a lot of money on attorneys for this little baby. Somebody's telling me no. There's angels looking around him. I had a weird thing happen. I won't use the real names of the people, but I had a friend call me and was telling me that his wife had a close call. You know those close calls. Scares the bejesus out of you. So she tells him about this close call and, you know, shook her up, which I don't blame her. And they're just, you know, he even said, did you get the plate number? She was too shook up. That's how close it was. And I can understand it. And he's talking about getting cameras. You know, I have for my car, I have one that's built in that you had to pay extra, but it came with the car. So anyway, so I thought, and you know, I've never met her personally. I've seen pictures of her. Oh my God, it's such a good relationship. They're so happy together. They're good parents. And I come home, I'd gone, in fact, when I was talking to him, I said, listen, I'm getting ready to go in the grocery store. I came home from the grocery store and I kind of flashed at her, you know, at her standing, like, I don't know why, but I flashed at her. And I saw 3 beautiful, tall, angelic. They didn't have the wings, but I could tell they were angels. They were translucent, standing around her with their hand, you know, one on the shoulder, the other shoulder, one on her back. She wasn't realizing they were there. And I was like, whoa, this girl's protected. And I no sooner thought that, and they looked up at me and they said, oh, she wouldn't have gotten killed. That is not part of her destiny. Heebie-jeebies, oh my goodness. I'd never had anything like that happen before. That is not part of her destiny. But they were just reassuring that she was probably still a little shook up, because it's scary and it makes you think about your mortality and stuff. And when it's a close call. And so I wrote him and I told him, I said, I had the weirdest flash about your wife, that I saw her standing there with these 3 angels, and he said, whoa, because he believes in all that. So, but it was cool. It was cool, you guys, but that's not part of her destiny. Speaking of the person that I was talking to, hold on 1 second. You know, I want to tell you, you know, the Senator Thune, Senator John Thune, he has now said, hey, wait a second. The Epstein files needed more transparency. There's another woman who said she didn't really care. It was 14-year-olds on up. But now that she sees that 9-year-olds, she wants more transparency. Let me tell you, this Epstein thing, I can't tell you when, but I'm telling you, It's holding water. It's holding water. And this could be one of the reasons Trump isn't being seen, because I think he's like flipping out. He's flipping out too because international people are wanting to get involved with this. People are losing their jobs. It's a beautiful thing. Jesus, I didn't realize what a lowlife. The guy that owns the New England Patriots, he's really involved with all this. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm not a fan of Seattle, but I'm sure glad. And I don't think they're going to meet at the White House. The lady that owns it now is the sister of the man that owned it, and they're putting it up for sale. But I don't see her okaying for them to go to the White House. Nobody wants McDonald's anyway. Okay, David Jolly, ex-Republican, turned Democrat. Will he win the Florida governor's race? Oh, you know who's in trouble is, and I've told you this before, is Pant Leather Boots. What's his name? DeSatan and his wife. Big trouble with the money they took, they stole. All of them steal money. Even some Democrats don't. David Jolly. Can I tell you guys something? I'll look, okay? I can see his face. I know who he is. I don't trust him. Do any of you guys get that? He feels like a John Fetterman to me. Like he could turn like a Marsh Mansion. Like he could turn. I don't know why. I don't know. He might get in because he's sort of on the fence and they know he won't go 100% to the left. I don't trust him. Why? I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I have no right to judge him. But what the hell is that about? It's just a sense. Okay. Let's look at Fetterman next. I gotta look at it, okay? Hold on. Let me write Jolly. Oops, shoot, I'm dropping stuff as I'm going along here. We're looking at Jolly. And I want to look at Fetterman next. That Life Touch with that Epstein, my kids all got their pictures with Life Touch. But they hired them outside of the school world. But they're going to lose all their contracts. Hold on. Let me look at David Jolly first, okay? It's a difficult road if he does win. He probably won't get as much money as he could use. I don't know. There's bad news here. On the fence. I'm not really seeing him winning, you guys. Look at this. Maybe we find out something. It's really a tough road. So maybe we find out something, but I'm not trusting him. I don't know why. Let's look at Fetterman. Will Fetterman be voted out? Will John Fetterman be voted out? Somebody's telling me Fetterman's not right, like energetically. Did he have something go wrong with his head? There's something coming up with maybe a brain infarct or something. Something's getting ready to happen with him. Would Fetterman get... No, he would not get back in. I just heard that loud and clear. Yeah, no. He's got health issues coming up too. No, he's not going to get back in, you guys. Yeah, he's trying to get people to comfort him, but they're not going to. He's raking in his just rewards. So, you know, he's taking money from Israel. He's letting those people pay him. I mean, can you believe Netanyahu saying if America starts being anti-Semitic, we'll nuke them? America? And I said, you know, he probably didn't read my email. I'll probably be on the FBI list now. And I said, you know, it's America doesn't hate the Jews. They hate you. They hate you or represent. It's like people shouldn't hate America because of Trump. It's just Trump and his people around him. Putin. Not everybody hates Russia, but they hate Putin and what he represents, and that's what Netanyahu represents. But he's going to threaten. He's just like Trump. You don't like me? Okay, guess what I'm going to do? So yeah, he's going down. I'm telling you guys, it should be over by the end of this year. I know a lot of you said I can't do it, and I don't blame you. If you can't listen to this, don't listen to this. But I'm telling you, of course, when all this stuff starts happening, you'll be coming back saying, girl, thank you. But I don't blame you. You got to take care of yourself. Take care of your own nerves. Go ahead. Somebody's talking to me about travel. Tell me what you want to tell me about travel. There's going to be issues with travel. Oh my God, did you hear what they did closing at Fort Worth, that airport? Because they shot down a birthday balloon. I love it. No, but there's something coming up with travel, some close calls. There's something in Europe that's going to happen. There's terrorist things going on to do with air travel. Or maybe not air travel, train travel. I've always told you guys about the trains. I know Spain got hit. Did they get hit by Israel? They had a couple of things happen, and that was terrorist action. That wasn't mechanical. And you know, can I tell you this? I'm just going to tell you that I see the CIA, FBI, and everybody telling Trump there are so many confirmed terrorist action or input about taking you out, President Trump. Like they're scared, like they don't even want him to fly much. You know, those long trips, plus his health is really bad. But I feel like they feel that they can't protect him unless they keep him isolated. You don't want him to be taken out. And a lot of you guys are saying, oh yeah, I do. But no, because then he becomes a martyr, you know. You want him, I think he just might get so sick. I don't know if it's a natural or he says, look, I'm too sick to go on, and they realize he can't even sign his signature, something like that. Okay, so let's keep going. Yeah, the airspace is back open when they realized they were hit a birthday balloon. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, thank you, Laura. She just said, I just wanted to express my appreciation for you and for helping to keep us sane. Well, you know, it's not really me keeping you sane. It's the realm. Thank that realm for allowing me to input. Open up that. And there's a lot of psychics out there that get hit with that piece. And they just want that. The whole reason I'm even here is because they told me, Linda, you're going to do a YouTube channel. I said, what are you, cray? I don't want to get up and brush my hair. And they said, you will help keep them calm. And I guess they knew what was coming up. And I'm going to tell you, that second part of him coming back in there, that was a lie. That was a fraud. That was stolen. I mean, think about it. We all knew that she was going to win, and then all of a sudden, no. We saw with our own eyes. We saw her big events that she didn't have to pay people to come. But him, he got sparse. Oh, he was scared to death. That's why they used Elon. But I don't see Elon Musk coming in doing the thing. Now, Elon Musk will be worried about a new, not necessarily with the Democratic Congress and Senate, but a new president coming in and him having his contracts. So, but I don't see him worried about that. But I do see him kind of escaping, getting out of Dodge when the time comes. Oh, yeah. Will the UK, it's Stacy. Will the UK or other countries reveal Trump's involvement? Oh, there's so much stuff coming out, you guys. Oh, girl, I just saw the king. I just think, you know how he gets really with those little stub fingers of his? I just saw him furious. He's furious about Andrew. Now, my last video, I accidentally called Andrew Edward. And I thought Andrew was Queen Elizabeth's favorite, but somebody wrote me and said it wasn't Andrew, it was Edward. Edward's the baby, I believe. He's got a good head on his shoulders. But, yeah, he's furious. And I'm going to tell you something. I just got this hit. Okay, thank you very much. I'll let them know. I feel the king kind of has to keep things, even though he took his title, he did as much as he could do without turning, he could have put him on the street. But he fears what Andrew would say. Does that make sense to you? Like Andrew could have some, like he could write a tell-all book about what really the life of Charles was. That's what I'm getting. I could be wrong, but I feel like he could say some things. He might even be doing a book behind closed doors and not letting them know it because they know they'd probably take him out. I just saw that. Who knows what's going on? I mean, Charles probably did a lot of behind-the-scenes things. But then, you know, he had that beautiful wife. I remember watching her on TV. She's so pretty. And, you know, Princess Diana. And then all of a sudden they showed Camilla with one of those bowling hats on. Oh, my God. I went, ah! And I love how Diana calls her the Rottweiler. That is the truth. So, hi, Linda. This is Linda. High-class name. I'm from Cape Town. I'm originally from Minneapolis and very concerned about my city. Do you see Minnesota eventually winning the battle? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. God bless them. God bless them. Definitely yes. Will they ever find or release any of the videos that EPs, who's EPs, made to blackmail rich men and people? Well, I tell you who has a lot of the videos is Putin and Netanyahu. That might be released from Putin. I've seen Putin release some videos, probably the PP tapes. But the videos, I think Epstein's brothers know about the videos, but it's so horrible they're not quite bringing them out yet. They may at a later date. Okay. Will Steve Bannon be outed in the Epstein files? Yeah, he was involved with Epstein because they schmoozed. Epstein enjoyed him because he thought he was smart. Yeah, he is smart. And I don't know if he provided young women, because, you know, Epstein can't pay anybody for a date. But I feel like in fact, Epstein's telling everybody, oh, yeah, ICE will be there when you vote. You better believe it. We're not going to do this. Hell, no, you guys don't got nothing. Trust me. You got nothing. Oh, remember the red wave? Oh, the red wave is coming. We're going to take care of... Oh, no. Hell no. Steve Bannon will be outed. He's a nothing burger. He'll just... But I don't see, like, big lawsuits or anything. I see them going for the bigger fish to fry. The top people. These new concentration camps being built, this is from Mrs. Nana, are worrying me. Will anyone be able to protect the people? Well, listen, I see running out of money before they can build them, and I see them not being able to, although there's a lot of people who could use some money, I see them having issues with being able to pay people. Now, there was some commercial on TV where they were saying, oh, come to ICE, you know, if you're a police officer. And some police officers have left their jobs and gone there. But they're not paying a lot of people. We're going to close out that funding for them. And when that happens and when they realize that the money's not coming in, they're saying adios. I see a lot of people walking away. So I could be wrong. Will Trump back down on his tariffs for Canada? Well, Beth, if you listen to the news today, 6 Republicans went with the Democrats and told Trump, no, you can't put tariffs on Canada. Ta-ha. Okay. For anyone asking why President Biden didn't release the Epstein files, from what I understand, Maxwell was arrested in 2020. And because of that, he couldn't release that because she was under intense, with a microscope about her crimes. And they couldn't release it. That's the same thing, not that I'm a fan of Merrick Garland. By the way, he disappeared, didn't he? He couldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But she's over there. Well, what about Joe Biden? Why didn't he? What about Merrick Garland? Well, they couldn't because it was a criminal affair. Whoa. I've read that the DOG, Department of, I don't know what dog is, has lost so many attorneys that they're now going to rely on military attorneys for their cases. Will this get any traction? Thanks for all you do. What is DOG? That's not Trump. Department of... But I feel like this person, what they're saying is correct, but I see military attorneys refusing to work on this, so I don't know what it is. Andrew is just so depressed. Prince Andrew, he's saying, I can't take much more of this. He's very depressed. I don't know why I saw it. Someone asked if he's going to be criminally prosecuted. I see a lot of stuff happening with him. Okay. Yes. Will housing like apartments be affordable to seniors in the future? Absolutely. They're going to do them up like they do in other countries, including China, like high rises almost. But, well, power goes out. How is that poor person going to come down? But I see like they do here, but it's just too expensive. So I see more like housing with more smaller units and people coming. The thing is getting your hired help and paying them a decent raise. You can't pay somebody $7 an hour to change diapers and expect them to keep on with that. You got to pay them a decent wage. Steve Scalise was diagnosed and treated for myeloma a few years back. His color looks terrible. Do you see any issues causing him to step down? Steve Scalise. Yeah, myeloma is a tough one. Steve Scalise. God, and he was the one that got shot I don't know how many times. Poor guy. That was where Rand Paul, I thought that was awful. They were doing that baseball game, and I guess a Democrat came up and said, are you guys Republicans? And then went and came back with a gun and started shooting away and got Scalise a couple of times. I know he got him in his hip. And guess who jumped the fence and took off running? Rand Paul. And he's supposed to be a doctor, right? Went running like a little biatch. Didn't stop and help his fellow man. No hero thing there. Although right now I like what his conversation is, but I don't appreciate him doing that. I imagine a lot of people kind of were like, in-house, were upset with him. Yeah, Scalise may step down, you guys. Look at this. Walking away. Not necessarily because he's dying or anything. He's really trying hard to stay in there, but health-wise, he's just having a hard time. Yeah, he's going to exit. Uh, okay, hold on. You know, I have, I keep getting people writing me, want me to, you know, water companies, Fiji asked me if I wanted to advertise for them. I know I can make money for that, but I just don't have, it's hard for me to be a salesperson. Even though I sold the most pantyhose at where I used to work when I was younger, part-time. Oh, HelloFresh is asking me too. Jesus Christ, you guys, what should I do? I do like HelloFresh. I like people being fresh. Oh, that's about food. That's not about... Sorry. Okay, so where are we? I won't keep you too much longer. Let's just do Steve Scalise. That's interesting. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you something. These new prisons they're trying to build, there's upset. First of all, the counties and the facilities where they're trying to get them is going to go through a lot of trouble getting them built. Although people need the jobs, the contractors and stuff. But I'm seeing a lot of troubles. And even if they do build them, Trump's not going to be there much longer. And I see them going in and clearing them out. Let's see. Joel said, Pam Bondi, damn, left me speechless. Please do a read on that craven woman. That's Joel in Ohio. I'm telling you, they're making some, and listen, I heard, and it could be wrong, the Republicans are asking her to step down. So let's do her. Give us the outcome for Pam Clueless. Why did that wife of Charlie Kirk just come to my... Are her and Pam Bondi friends? I see her giving her accolades. She's a fraud. She's a fake. There's money issues coming up with her. After Trump's gone, he's not going to be able to protect her. She's going down for the count. A lot of stuff's going to come out that's going to be... We'll be like... Okay. Pam Bondi, what's the outcome for you? Does God look at you as one of his chosen ones? You know, she looked like a baby with that picture with Epstein and Trump. She's standing in the middle of them. Creepy, creepy feeling. You know she's what they enjoy. A nice blonde girl. I don't know if she talked him out of, you know, fooling with her and brought in other people, but she's in on it. Look at it. She's protecting Trump very well. But think if she's in on this too. Notice that they didn't say Pam Bondi was in the list, but maybe she's managed to take everything out. I think she's part of this. If it's just a cover-up or if it's she was in on this. There's something with her. Okay, and then I have to look at Maxwell real quick, okay? But let's look at Bondi. Bondi and Maxwell. What's the outcome for Bondi? Well, this is Trump exiting stage left. This is money issues surrounding her. This is bad news coming to her. Bad communication. Her Nine of Cups is reversed, which means wishes will not come true. Ten of Swords out of the blue. Bada bing, bada boom. That she's got issues coming up. She's looking for an exit stage left. She's not going to be able to give that roll in her eyes and I don't need to talk to you guys. They really think he's going to pardon them. And he would if he was going to be around, but he's not. Look at this. She's and she's in the house. She thinks she's all that in a cup of tea, but she's getting ready to exit. She's getting ready to exit. So, this is good. Now let's look at Maxwell. Maxwell. Tell me about Maxwell. I just got this weird feeling, okay? I'll just throw it by you guys. It's not a hit, like when I get hits that I know it's true. But it's this kind of in the background coming forward. And I feel like Maxwell, although they put her in a posh place, you know, she gets her meals delivered to her. She gets an animal. But she wants out of there. She wants to go to a foreign country. And she really thinks she deserves to be released. Supreme Court won't give her anything that she thinks she's going to get. But is she going to get mad enough to spill? Is she going to get mad enough to spill? That's what I'm feeling. Like eventually she might just say the whole thing. She can't really write a book or anything because if they catch her, they'll kill her. Boy, I'll tell you who was a has-been. Michael Cohen. Oh, that just ended overnight, didn't it? She's not feeling well either. This is staying in prison too. Trying to gain her strength. Picking up the pieces. This is conversing, so there might be a lot of trials. She may go ahead and tell the truth. But that's not like coming soon. It's like May of next year. Okay, you guys. I got more I can go on for tomorrow. Jack has a vet appointment tomorrow that I have to do. So I love you all. I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers. Bye.